high school, college, and youth coaching. As offensive coordinator, took New Canyon to a three-peat of a Connecticut State Championship. The founder and director of Youth Football Coaches Association, and currently the VP of Marketing for All-American Games, husband and father of three, welcome Coach Joe Buffard.
Welcome to FBU. How are we feeling today? I flew in all the way from New York this morning and I could not wait to get off the plane to get here in front of you guys. So, are we feeling it? Are we pumped? Are we ready to go? Yeah! No, I don't think so, guys. There's way too many people in this room to be making that little noise. So, are we ready? Did you not see the videos? Did you not see how intense this weekend's going to be for you? I want to hear it. Are you ready for some FBU? Yeah! So are we, so are the coaches that we're about to bring out, so is our entire operational staff for this weekend. We are excited. We've been planning the entire year for this moment to kick off. And we are excited to be here at St. Mary's. I want to thank Coach Padilla, as one of the coaching staff, as a member of the coaching staff here at St. Mary's, for truly organizing and coordinating this camp for us, and all the other people from the school, as well as the town, the hotels and everything, to make this experience great. And we're going to do everything we can to make it great for you guys. So without further ado is, why are we here? So let's talk a little bit about Football University for those who are new. And I'd like to welcome back those who've been with us before. So again, for our alumni, welcome back. It's been a while. We've hoped you've grown. We've hoped you've matured. We've hoped you've experienced a little more football, and you're going to bring that experience to here. For our rookies, welcome to the best football experience, well, we hope, of your life to date. You're going to walk out of here a different player, not just a different person. Because you do not walk out of here with one or two things to make yourself a better football player, as well as a character build and open up your eyes to what your football experience can bring to you, then you did not take advantage of this great opportunity. Parents, we want to welcome you. Again, for the alumni parents, welcome back. We hope you had a great year on your football journey, and we can't wait to hear all about it. For our new parents, be involved in this entire weekend. We want to thank you for entrusting our staff, our coaches, to further develop your athlete. So first and foremost, what is our mission at Football University? Well, first and foremost, we want to identify the best talent in the country starting in 6th grade. We've been doing it for years with the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, but now we really want to create that pipeline, and we'll learn more about that. Our next is to provide them with world-class training. Wait till you see the bios of the coaches that we've assembled here in Stockton, California to train you. There is more knowledge coming at you combined than any current NFL staff. If you add up all the years that these guys sitting in these chairs have combined, Super Bowl rings, championships, collegiate experience, it does not compare to any current NFL coaching roster. More importantly, we want to make the athletes better for tomorrow. Attending this camp doesn't make you great. What you learn and take away from this camp will make you better. And that's what we want to do. We want to ignite you. We want to ignite that passion. Initiate some things that maybe you didn't know that football can do for you. The neat thing about our world-class coaches is they just got done training all the guys that are getting picked right now for the NFL. So if our NFL coaches, our entire faculty at FBU, if they're not currently on an NFL roster, they're privately training all these guys right here. And here's just a couple examples of some guys that are playing the NFL that have private tutoring with our coaches. The same guys that coach these are now going to coach you guys. The same techniques they teach these guys are going to be taught to you guys. we get here? How did football university come to fruition? Great story. Junior college football player from New Jersey came all the way out here to Santa Clara College. All right, wasn't really heavily recruited. Came out for the academics, wanted to see what the West Coast was all about. So he played a couple years, and he was good, very talented athlete, fast, strong, ran some crisp routes as a receiver, but just wasn't breaking that starting lineup. So when he's home back in New Jersey one year, one Christmas, and he's looking at a guy that he really admired, playing on the beloved New York Giants, Phil McConkey. So Rich McGinnis looked at Phil and said, wow, he's the same size, same height, close enough in weight, speed about the same. How is that guy playing on a world championship New York Giants team, and I can't break in the starting lineup? So Rich hopped the fence. Now I'm not encouraging you guys to go hop the fence, break through security at the Giants training camp back in the 1986. But his desire to learn was so great that he was going to stop at nothing to do it. So he ended up kind of hanging out in the parking lot waiting for Mr. McConkey to come out of practice. Kind of surprised him jumping out of the car. And while they had some pleasantries exchanged, Phil McConkey said, listen, son, here's my number. Call me later tonight and I'll tell you. So later that night, Rich did exactly that. As a junior in college, senior year, going into his senior football season, spent 2.5 hours on the phone with his world champion. And the tips that Phil McConkey gave Rich in that 2.5 hours was more than he got in his 12 years of playing youth, high school, and college football. More importantly, the secret that Phil McConkey told him was, you got to go catch 500 balls a day. 500 balls a day, Rich said, are you kidding me? How do I do that? So Phil said, you got a dad, you got a mom, you got 2 sisters, you got friends down the street, you got grandma, you have a wall you can throw a tennis ball against. Get 10 to 50 catches with each one of those. Then formally go do it with your high school quarterback. Then go find other guys who catch it. But catch 500 balls a day. And he did. He goes, it's that concentration, that dedication, and that repetitive training that's going to get you to the next level. So Rich did that. He committed himself that entire summer, did all his off-season strength conditioning, but caught those 500 balls. Got him back to Santa Clara, broke as a starter on the team. Unfortunately, due to back injury, he was unable to play the remainder of the season halfway through, but the whole experience with Phil McConkey and football development and what it took to be great stuck with Rich. And that kind of became the foundation of what we have today. But before football university started, Rich had this crazy idea of sitting home watching, as he's a lawyer in New Jersey now, fast forward a couple years, and sees the McDonald's All-American basketball game. And so all these great high school kids all playing. And he says, why can't we do that for football? And everyone said he was crazy. Said, nah, you can't get 90, 100 of the best high school football players, fly them all in from all over the country, get them coached up for a week, and go put on an exhibition showcase game. So Rich said, I think we can. And here we are going into our 15th year of the U.S. Army All-American Bowl. So Rich partnered with Doug Berman on the left here, and over the past 15 years have created the premier high school all-star football game in the country. You'll recognize some of these guys. Mr. Andrew Luck, who used to play right down the road here at Stanford. All these guys have gone and played the U.S. Army All-American Bowl. I don't know where we're at right now in the draft, but we had a ton of guys come off the board in the first round yesterday that either attended the U.S. Army Bowl. We had 7 guys as of right now. Thanks for the update, Frankie. 7 guys that got drafted in the first round that played the U.S. Army Bowl. More importantly, we're very privileged to have the number 3 pick, Blake Bortles, who went to our Top Gun in 2008, get drafted. developed, or I should say this, as the U.S. Army All-American Bowl game developed, one thing was kind of unique, is the fact that when Rich was sitting on the sideline, these two great athletes who on paper looked the same. Same height, same weight, same speed, same strength. One was dominating the other. So when Rich had a private conversation with one of a former NFL coach who was on the sideline, Sam Leitch at the time, was, why is one guy beating the other? And he goes, his technique is so much better than this guy, he's winning every time. So that rekindled Rich's desire for football development. And that is kind of where you found the basis for our FBU curriculum. So Rich went around the NFL, sat down with a coach at each position, and said, I want to build the best curriculum to teach elite athletes. So when they get an opportunity to showcase themselves on a national stage, like the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, they all dominate. And they're all great. And it gets more kids getting scholarships. And it gets more kids playing at the NFL level. One of the things, only 25% make it to the NFL. 25% of all the college guys. So where are you right now? Are you in everyone else? So the key is, how do we get to a bigger piece of the pie? And that's why we're here at Football University. So when you think about great technique, I know these guys are on different teams now, but when you go back to the tandem of Brady and Wes Walker, both guys, not physical specimens, weren't blowing up on the combines in pre-draft, barely getting picked in the first couple rounds. But because they focused on their technique and their craft, day in, day out, Wes Walker caught those 500 balls. They had the success they did for those years in New England. And to a testament of his ability to continue that technique, look what he did when Wes Walker went to the Broncos with Peyton Manning. So when you really think about, again, you are trying to build, and you look at the breakdown of the football pyramid, the numbers are very small once you get to the very top. What we want to do is increase those levels, and we want to get you as high up that pyramid as possible. You invest in Football University, and we want to invest that back into you. We believe that every good player deserves that great coaching once. And that is no disrespect to some great coaches that are in this room, and maybe high school, youth coaches, guys that you work with in your hometown. But every person deserves be exposed to that great experience once. So parents, I ask you this. If you had an opportunity to spend 18 hours with the guru of your industry, would you become a better professional? My guess is probably yes. Well, that's what we're giving your athlete right now. We're giving you those gurus for 18 hours. This is a unique football camp. This is not the typical, your father's football camp, not one that I grew up going in. This is a very focused, structured camp. This is not we just roll up balls and we go work on some drills. It's going to be tough, men. You're going to be tired. We're going to get you as many reps as possible. We're going to introduce you to new things about football. Maybe you've never had a practice filmed and evaluated within an hour time frame. We're going to expose you to all about the recruiting. We're going to talk to you about social media and protecting your brand as a student athlete on social media. As the FBU brand grew, we really wanted to focus on not necessarily those elite athletes, but the ones that are serious. For example, I played at a Division III school in upstate New York called Ithaca College. I was not a highly recruited athlete. I was the Rudy of my team. But I was very serious coming out of high school. I'm the exact mold that FBU was looking for. So as we built the FBU platform, we built this curriculum. And you know what the best part is there's other places out there to train, but you have to spend thousands of dollars to go to sunny Florida to train, or you go sit in the hot tub for hours. We bring all that experience in a quote-unquote kind of traveling circus right to your doorstep, right to here in St. Mary's in Stockton, California. Now, going back to our mission, we want to identify great athletes. You've been identified, you've been invited, and you are here. We're going to match up with some great coaching. Now we want to make you better tomorrow. One of those things is to showcase you in our national events. So you saw some highlight videos on Top Gun. Some of you are going to walk out of here on Sunday with an invite to our national showcase in Dublin, Ohio. 1,500 athletes, 2 different sessions, 70 NFL coaches, scouts from all over. It's a great opportunity. From there, some of you may now go at the youth level. Our 6th, our 7th, 8th, and 9th might be chosen to be in our national showcase game, the East Bay Youth All-American Bowl. Some of you may have participated this past year in the FBU National Championship. Some of you, I saw 1 or 2 guys walking in here with a sweatshirt with the U.S. Army National Combine, and we're some of the top 500 to attend the U.S. Army Combine. And very few of you may even be selected to play in the granddaddy of them all, the U.S. Army All-American Bowl. One of the other things too is we want to gain exposure for you as an athlete. We've got tremendous resources here to do that. We've got NCSA, who we've got a coach going to come up here and talk to you guys tomorrow all about the recruiting process. We've got evaluations that are going to go to 24/7. The top athletes here are going to get a profile on 24/7 if you're in high school. So you're now part of our ranking partner. And I'm going to introduce you to Coach Dan Higgins from LRS, who is our silent evaluator, and his report gets published to numerous colleges, all different levels across the country. So we've got some great opportunity for you guys to get some exposure. All-American Games, which is the parent company for Football University, has gotten tremendous credibility in the media. NBC Sports, we're our All-American Game on. Sports Illustrated, Wall Street Journal, all of the else, tremendous experience. Obviously the camps are now here. You're going to be part of it. So again, on behalf of our entire team here, I'd like to quickly thank the parents again. And without further ado, let's really see who we're coming here for, and let's meet our coaches.
Here's the number 3 SEC championship teams for 2 all-conference titles and 11 Crimson Tide for a victory in the 1978 National Championship. He went on to play 14 seasons in the NFL with the LA Rams, Giants, and Redskins, winning 2 Super Bowls. After retiring, he coached at Vanderbilt, as well as the Arizona Cardinals, with direct charge to his third quarter. During that time, Warner took a career revival, leading Arizona all the way to Super Bowl 43. All time, here's Dan Buckland. Star wide receiver for the UCLA Bruins in the mid-70s, revered first-team all-conference honors. This comes played for the Chicago Bears before beginning nearly 2 decades of coaching at the Division I level. He returned to his alma mater and coached running backs and wide receivers for 10 seasons before continuing his coaching journey at Iowa State and Arizona. During his coaching career at UCLA, he coached All-Americans J.J. Stokes, Kevin Jordan, and Gaston Green. He holds a remarkable 7-0 record for both playing and coaching Rose Bowl games. Put your hands together for the Commanders. On walk-on at UCLA, by his sophomore season, he'd already established himself as an elite starter. He was named as a third-team All-American after passing 48 passes for 709 yards. He also set a UCLA record for receptions in a single season by a sophomore. He left UCLA as the school's all-time leading receiver, was a member of 3 Rose Bowl winning teams. In This coach worked under Matt Brown at the University of Texas for 5 seasons, where he worked primarily with quarterbacks in the offensive line. During his time there, he coached in 3 BCS bowl games, including 2 national championships, winning 1 in 2005. He helped develop quarterbacks Vince Young, Colt Floyd, and Javon Steve. Following the University of Texas, he served as coach of the Oakland Raiders, Arizona Cardinals, and the Sacramento Mountain Lions of the USL. Give it up for Mike Clark. This coach is considered one of the greatest fullbacks of all time. He was also the 5th leading rusher at Fresno State University with 2,045 yards. Drafted in 1993, this coach had a 16-year career in the NFL with teams such as the Saints, Jets, Buccaneers, Titans, Bengals, Chargers, Ravens, and Raiders. This coach was selected to USA Today's All-Joe team as well as NFL's best blocking fullback by Sporting News. Throughout his career, he was a 2-time All-Midwest, 3-time All-Pro, 4-time Pro Bowl selection, and in September 2009, he was selected to Sporting News Magazine's Team of the Decade for 2000. Here it is, Marissa B. After a successful college playing career at the University of Texas El Paso, this coach played in the NFL for the 49ers and Chargers before moving into coaching, beginning with his alma mater and then to San Diego State. He then moved to the NFL where he's coached for the Eagles, Patriots, Cardinals, Saints, Vikings, and Browns. Please welcome Dave Action. Before becoming a coach, he played college ball at Cal State Northridge and followed up with a career in the CFL with the Edmonton Eskimos. After his playing days, he named himself as the top wide receiver coach in America, having taught many of the NFL's best wideouts of the past decade, including Chad Johnson, Steve Smith, Larry Fitzgerald, Victor Cruz, and Andre Johnson. Now he helps student athletes nephew break through greatness. Give it up for Charlie Johnson. An extremely respected football mind who's been sharing his knowledge while coaching the game he loves for over 3 decades. During his career, he's coached the Jets, Buccaneers, Bengals, Cardinals, Bears, Broncos, and Raiders. He's coached Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz as well as offensive line, then blocked for Kel Ryan, Corey Dillon, Eric Grant, Jim Tebow, and No Song Moreno. Introducing Coach Bob Wiley. Al is the ultimate underdog. Perhaps no player has traveled so back to Super Bowl glory than this coach. Undrafted out of San Jose State, his career spanned 16 years from 1987 to 2001, where he played offensive line for the Chargers, Broncos, and Eagles. He was a member of the Broncos' back-to-back Super Bowl championship teams. Please welcome Coach David Diaz-Infante. This former University of Southern California 2-sport standout appeared in the Rose Bowl game with the Trojans. He has coached the defensive line at all levels, most recently in the USL. Before landing with the Sacramento Mountain Lions, he has coaching experience with the University of Texas El Paso, the University of Florida, and his alma mater, USC. He has spent time on Steve Spurrier's staff at the Washington Redskins. Please welcome Keyshawn Burns. He enjoyed an excellent career at Kansas, twice being selected as an all-conference defensive lineman, and also earning defensive captain of the Jayhawks in his senior year. Selected in the 4th round of the 1994 draft, he played for the Giants, Cardinals, Bears, and Rams. He is the founder of the Tongan American Youth Foundation and brings a wealth of technical knowledge to FDU. Here is Chris Malanga. This coach was a standout standout defensive back of the UCLA Bruins, earning first-team all-conference honors as a senior. After his time in Westwood, he landed in the NFL with the Saints and Eagles. He has trained both Alton Burner and Chris Gordon, as well as many other successful NFL players, also privately training young defensive backs in Southern California. Give it up for Matt Clark. About staying at his defensive unit, or widely known as the wrecking crew. He gained national attention his junior year when he delivered what is simply known across Iceland as the hit. The same season A&M defense was ranked first in the nation, with coach selection him the first overall pick in 1992, where he played 8 seasons before finishing his career with the Cowboys. And for the Texas A&M Hall of Fame, ended up for Queen Florida. A versatile defensive player during his 4 years as a student athlete at USC, playing predominantly defensive back, also making an impact at linebacker and kick returner. Post-graduation, he spent time with the San Francisco 49ers and the San Diego Chargers. He now looks forward to training the next generation of student athletes here at FBU. Please allow me to introduce Coach Mike Hall. As an 11-year NFL veteran, former Buffalo Bills and Arizona Cardinals offensive tackle, he brings in wealth of knowledge to the FBU experience. He was the first-round selection of the Buffalo Bills out of the University of Arizona in the 1992 NFL Draft, starting 131 out of 148 games. He has also played in 2 Super Bowls with the Buffalo Bills. His physical skills for a perfect fit for the NFL will allow him to have such a long, successful career. Please welcome John Vita. A stud for his home state Oregon, before being selected 13th overall by the Atlanta Falcons. He played 10 seasons in the NFL, including 7 in Atlanta, finishing his career with the Rams and Broncos. With the Falcons, he was the force behind their electric air raid offense in the early 1990s. His 1991 season earned him a spot in the Pro Bowl after throwing over 3,000 yards and 26 touchdowns. After retiring, he became the quarterback coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Here is Chris Miller. This coach made a huge impact on the game of football, landing his first NFL job back in 1981. He's coached with the Chiefs, Bills, Cardinals, Jets, Vikings, and Chargers. Under his tutelage as a defensive coordinator, his teams have led the NFL in total offense and takeaways numerous times. He has worked with the NFL and the NFLPA to review fines and suspensions, and is considered one of the innovators of the 3-4 defense. Give it up for Ed Contreras.
This coach initially made his mark at the University of Florida, where he is considered one of the finest UF players in history. With the Gators, he caught 92 passes, 1,963 yards, and set the school record with 22 touchdowns. Also adding 6 more scores on rushes and kick returns. Professionally, as a star wide receiver, he was selected in the 3rd overall pick in the 1978 draft by the New Orleans Saints. He went on to the illustrious career of 4 Pro Bowl bids, an All-Pro selection, and an introduction into the San Diego Chargers Hall of Fame. As a coach, he led the Berlin Thunder, and as head coach in NFL Europe, he served as offensive coordinator with the UFL's New York Centennials. He also spent time coaching wide receivers with the Dallas Cowboys, Minnesota Vikings, and the Cleveland Browns. Please give a huge welcome for Coach Wes Chandler. So, ladies and gentlemen, can athletes, just give it one more huge hand for our awesome we think, and they do, have a huge part of the camp. There are some fantastic people behind the scenes that you're going to come involved with throughout this FBU experience. First and foremost, I'd like to bring out for a quick wave is our college evaluator, Coach Dan Higgins. Coach, come out, just give a quick wave. Again, Coach represents LRS. You'll see Coach in the shadows of practice with his clipboard, evaluating all the key players, and his report goes to over 400 college coaches across the country. One of the key guys that really helps make this event work in this area, quick shout out to Coach John Fredrickson. A lot of you guys know. And I'm sure a lot of you guys in correspondence with David Hill, our other regional sales guy. Congratulations to his daughter who is graduating college this weekend. So David could not be here, but he wishes everybody luck. One of the key guys, we mentioned him earlier as an assistant coach here and has been huge in acquiring the facility for us. But Coach Padilla, come on down. I want you to say a quick hello. Not only did Coach help us here, but when it comes time for the national championship. So if you are going into your 6th grade, 7th grade, or 8th grade, Coach Padilla is going to be heading up our national championship teams representing Northern California, the Bay Area, so make sure you get to know him throughout the weekend. We also have a huge support staff on the back end of Pete Esser, Steve Campa. You have met Frank at the beginning for our AV team. We have our merchandise with Laura Casales. We met probably Aileen and Kristen at registration. So as a combined team, we're really going to make this work. And also, really quick, want to introduce our NCSA reps. Julian Jenkins, a defensive end here from Stanford University. Played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos. Want to say a real quick word, and then we'll introduce our head coach.
Hey guys, I don't think that every student athlete is deserving of playing college football. Not every single guy that picks up and puts on the equipment is deserving of playing at the next level of competition. Those roster spots are reserved for the most committed, the most talented student athletes that play in the high school game. But I do think that every student and their family is deserving of getting the quality of information, education, and resources that college coaches use to actually find you if you were to fully commit to playing at the next level of competition. Tomorrow is the NCSA College Recruiting Simplified session for parents and students. Make sure that you attend that session so you figure out the 5 things you need to know and need to do in the recruiting process. Over 130,000 roster spots come available in 25 different sports per year. Make sure that your kids have what it takes to be able to fill one of those roster spots on one of those college programs. NCSAsports.org is the #1 website that college coaches come to find prospects in 25 different sports. And you want to make sure that your kids find the schools that would like to fall in love with them, be able to get that roster spot for them, and potentially pay for their college education. So come find out what they need to learn and what you guys need to do as a family unit to help prepare them for the road ahead. Thank you guys.
Parents, we want to include you as much as you can. You know, look at the itinerary, the schedule for the weekend. There are specific sessions just for you as parents. All right, we've got a youth coaches clinic being held tomorrow that invite all the area guys down. They'll have access to our coaches. You know, parents, go to the classrooms. You'll have a tremendous experience. Okay, so Coach Cottrell went to the office, right? So we did not get to formally introduce him? Okay. So, Ted Cottrell is our head coach of the camp. We're so excited to get you guys going. He's already off to the classrooms to making sure that the head coaches are great. Coach Cottrell comes from a tremendous football background. He is the innovator of the 30 defense, 3-5, 3-4 defense. Been numerous defensive coordinators throughout the country, throughout the NFL, college level, and NFL, and currently resides his position when he's not working with us at FBU. He works in the front office and evaluates all the fines and the penalties that that the NFL players get. So tremendous, tremendous football knowledge, and like I said, he's already too excited, he's already out there. So from here, we're going to classrooms. So athletes, parents, please stay here for a few minutes. Athletes, we're going to have you get up. Do we have a list of the classroom? Parents, please stay.